Guys, I'm Princess Kelly Koba coming to you live. This Ministry of Justice is about to address the press in relation to a bridge in Kakata, Margibi County. I'm Princess Kelly Koba.
Take into consideration the heights of people that will come here. See how tall I have gotten, right? All protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, my name is Abigail T. I'm the media specialist from the Ministry of Justice. I am accompanied by Anthony Seychas Bomba. He is the Director of Prisons, Republic of Liberia, for all prisons in Liberia. Followed by him is Mr. Bala Yako, I call him private number. He is the Deputy Director for Prisons, Republic of Liberia. As Deputy Minister Sandal intimated, he will be giving you an update on the prison break that took place in kakata, Margibi County. And I will start by saying, if you will recall, several local dailies published this story in the early hours of September 9, 2024, same being yesterday. And I was fortunate to have read at least two of the dailies, the local dailies. And for the most part, they were consistently saying that one daily said over 100 prisoners escaped. Another one said at least hundreds, and one of them said that the prisoners escaped with machetes and the legs. What I can say to that is that it is true a jailbreak did take place in Margibi on the date that was reported. However, what should be clarified before I go further is that the number 100 is not even close to the number of prisoners that escaped. Neither did they escape with machetes, because how can you be in prison and have access to machetes? Machetes are cutlasses for those who don't know what machetes are. Having said that, when the local dailies were published, the Ministry of Justice, around 11 a.m. thereabout, issued a press release. And we mentioned 47 inmates escaped. We also mentioned that we would give updates. And it's based on that press release for which we've come here today to give you updates and to also provide more information as to how the incidents occurred. What we're not going to do is get into the nitty-gritty, like the detail, but we give you information that we believe the public should know. And so, I commence. Sometimes after 5 p.m. Sunday evening, the superintendent for the Kakata Central Prison, Mr. Nelson B. he received intelligence that somebody or one of the prisoners had a cell phone. And you know that it's a contraband within the court system. You're not supposed to have a cell phone. So based on that intelligence, he ordered a search, which is regularly done at the prison. And the prison is divided into blocks and cells. So one of those blocks was the suspected blocks where the cell phone was alleged to be. Therefore, the prisoners within that block were asked to come out of the cell, and that block contained 11 prisoners. And they were asked to move to another place while they searched the block. After the block was searched, the phone was retrieved. It is a Seco phone, Seco as in SICCO, and it had 2 SIM cards. It was confiscated within the prison superintendent has the phone within his possession. Now, after that search was done, the prisoners were to go back to the cell. And so when the superintendent said, okay, gentlemen, move out, they refused, and then commotion broke out. And high tension broke out in the cell. And they started to raise noise, and because the situation was very dangerous, the prison superintendent decided to call at the police station for help. It was also reported in a local daily that they have only, I believe, 3 female staff and 1 male. I want to say that that information is not true. In fact, that evening there were 10 police officers on duty or prison officers on duty. And when the scuffle started and the commotion started, as the tension escalated, 3 more officers that were within the vicinity were called. So we had 13 officers on the scene. But 47 men, they were all men, for your information. They overpowered the 13 officers and they fled in different directions. Immediately, they started to take flight. 2 of them were apprehended immediately on the scene and put back in the prison. However, before the police reinforcement could get there, a lot of them had absconded. This is what happened on that fateful Sunday evening. Having said that, we will now give you an update of the escapees. Like I stated earlier, 47 inmates escaped. 2 I already were immediately apprehended. Immediately. I want you to take note of that. And of the inmates, the 47 inmates, 4 are sentenced inmates. That means they've gone through all the legal processes and they were serving the time that were due them, so they were sentenced. 1 was charged with aggravated assault. 3 charged with armed robbery, pending trial. 4 charged with burglary. 1 charged with contempt of court. 1 charged with disorderly conduct. 1 charged with manslaughter. 6 charged with misapplication of entrusted property. 5 charged with murder, including 1 convicted. 3 charged with statutory rape. 1 charged with terroristic threats. 15 charged with theft of property, including 3 convicted. And 2 charged with drug-related offenses. If you were to calculate those numbers, the total would be 47. The age range of the escapees ranges as follows. 12 of the escapees range between the ages of 18 to 21 years old. 17 range between the ages of 22 to 25 years old. 10 range from between the ages of 26 to 35 years old. And 7 between the ages of 36 to 53 years old. Currently, as I speak, additional 3 of the escapees were captured or recaptured. And so, on the update of how many prisoners are now recaptured is 5. You remember when I spoke earlier, immediately 2 were apprehended, 3 more are apprehended, and we have a total of 5 jailbreakers who have been apprehended. Currently, the Ministry of Justice is working along with the Joint Security that includes all apparatus of the security system within our country, and they're doing everything within their power to apprehend the rest of the 42 escapees. Having said that, we also have taken several other measures. From the Monrovia Central Prison, we have deployed 13 additional correction officers, including investigators, to help the officers at the Kakata Central Prison with this investigation. More besides, we've positioned correction officers from the Kakata Central Prison who are familiar with these escapees, and they are positioned at different checkpoints. We have people positioned at Salala and 15 checkpoints, as well as major areas within Kakata to gather intelligence to assist with the search. We also have people stationed at Bonkmar Road, Morris Pond, and within the Firestone Belt. These are the efforts that the Ministry of Justice is making to ensure that the rest of the 42 escapees are apprehended. Now, we also read from we call them Facebook conduits, that why would the government in their press statement say that those who escape should come back to the prison? For those who are not informed, this is best practice. It happens all over the world. When prisoners escape from prison, they are asked to voluntarily turn themselves in. Because no matter where you go, we will find you. It may take a while, but we will find you. And all of those 42 escapees that are out there, if you're watching this, if your family members are watching this, be assured that we will find you, no matter where you go, because people are out there to find you. But in helping to apprehend them, the public and the press, you are also useful in this manner. Therefore, immediately after this press briefing or conference, we will publish the names and pictures of the 42 alleged escapees. We will publish them to our Facebook pages. We will use common media networks to get their people to see them, to share them. And also, their names and the pictures will be pasted on different buildings in Kakata, where people can easily see them, in different communities where people can easily see them. And if you were to come in contact with any of them, you are to call Mr. Nelson P. Ward, Prison Superintendent, Kakata Central Prison. And his number is 0776 898176. I repeat, 0776 898176. We want to say thank you to the team here at Anita for always providing the opportunity for us to come and interact with the press. I don't know if I left anything out. Did I?
Well, guys, Amazon Forest, all the media specialists, and Mr. Justice, thank you for following this media platform.